Good afternoon. We are back in the Airbnb for the afternoon. I wanted to talk about this moment. I was just at Danasol Cafe and I ended up ChatGPT'ing after about this because I just feel so disappointed, frustrated. I think some of this might be overblown due to the overthinking. But anyway, I was sitting there waiting for my food. I was sitting in the outside section and looking towards the cafe. So, like the entrance, the outside entrance, the gate was to my back. And this woman, girl, is walking from the cafe out. And I swear I've seen her before, but I don't remember. So not enough to like do something with. But anyway, I look up and she looks at me and we make eye contact and I hold it a little bit. I am not feeling, I wouldn't say I'm feeling overly confident right now where I can like hold eye contact forever. But I held it more than just a quick glance and I smiled, which I typically do. Um, and she smiled back. And that was the thing. That was like the like tip off for me. I was like, oh, that usually doesn't happen. And so then that was like then the thoughts started to come up in my head of like oh, like maybe this could be an opportunity or like you know I don't know. Anyway, she sits down um to my back left, so like over here, so like just out of my peripheral vision, but she's like sitting at the back and like looking at me basically. Um, and I've been in this phase of like trying to start social exchanges, initiate exchanges with people. And so when I get into these situations, my brain goes to um, like, can we look for something that I might be able to use to make a comment or like to say something, um, so that I can get back into this habit of like initiating exchanges with strangers, um, because that would be the leading indicator to having more, I don't know, both like friendships, connections, and dating relationships. And so anyway, I'm like I'm like, my brain is like half like, oh my God, like, what do I do? And half it's like, um, how do I take advantage of this opportunity? That kind of idea. And I'm like, I literally have nothing. Like, we made eye contact for, a half second or whatever. And that's all I have. And she's sitting like behind me and to my left. So it's not even like, I'm kind of looking in her direction and like we might make eye contact again and I can like say something about her shirt or something. It's like I have nothing. And so, anyway, I sat there watching some Meet Kevin YouTube finance, getting the latest updates on the economy, U.S. economy. And then my food comes out. I eat my food, and then I go. I wash my hands. I get up to go wash my hands, and there's a sink outside behind me, in the outside section. And I get up, walk around, and go wash my hands, and then I turn around to like walk back to my seat, which is like, I don't know how to do this. Like, I'm sitting here, like the sink is behind me, and she's like over here. And I turn around from the sink, and like to walk back to my seat, I have to face her. And so I'm like, of course I'm gonna look. And so I turn around and I look I start to walk back and I look over and she's on her phone and she looks up at me. And we make eye contact again, and then I smile again, and it was that moment was so weird because it was like a almost disappointed smile. It was like a I acknowledge you, but I also don't know what to do. and and so like I think it was about maybe about the same of like eye contact, smile. I think she might have grinned a little bit, but I don't remember. And then I sat back down and continued to eat my meal. And I looked over later, and she was just gone. And I was like, after that second eye contact, my brain was like, okay, this is not uh this is not like just a, oh, we happen to make quick eye contact. This is like um receptive openness, showing like if she were just on her phone, like, oh, you just happened to look up as I was walking back and make like, come on. And so then came like the pressure. It's like I feel this pressure because I feel like it's this, like she's opened the door. It's like you get to a door and like the door is now cracked open. And I feel like it is my responsibility to go up and do something about that. Like to open the door. Not open it, but like open the door. And I have to reframe because I have made so much progress in the last, even just like, I don't know, 2 months, to where I feel more comfortable, not comfortable, starting exchanges with people and strangers. But this is like the end, the uh, upper end of my comfort zone. It's maybe I don't know what I'm describing. It's not comfortable, and I've never done it. Well, yeah, I've never successfully done this, so I don't know. I don't have the experience to the evidence to leverage. Whereas I have been accumulating a lot of evidence around just like small comments and normal social exchanges, um, but not where like exchanges where there is a thing in between us. There's a prop that I can use. Like we both go to pickleball, and when I say we, it's like anyone. It's like, oh, you're also here for pickleball. Like, oh, where are you from? Like, start the like that's so easy. I've gotten to a point where those are so easy. But it's like this situation. There's no prop. I have nothing. I have nothing, or at least I think I have nothing. And that's so difficult. It's one step below like a straight cold approach, which I absolutely am terrified of. Um, I think it's just because I think the root of it is fear of rejection, because I think maybe the pickleball, like those exchanges, the risk of rejection is so much smaller than cold approach or something where there is no prop. So anyway, I was GPTing like, what do I do about this? Like, is there like a mental reframe? Is there something I'm missing, or is there what do I do about this? Because it just feels, I just feel this mix between pressure and disappointment. Um, And like those are the moments that I'm looking for, you know? Because they're authentic. And I mean, I wouldn't say she was like exactly my type and everything that I was looking for. But um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. So anyway, my GPTing takeaway was it was like you think you don't have a prop, like you think you don't have anything, but the eye contact and the repeated eye contact is the thing. And so it's like the other idea is like rather than have a prop, the eye contact and the meta situation is the prop. It is the prop. And so it's like, oh hey, we we just made eye contact twice and did that like smile thing. Like that is the opener. That is the prop. And I was reading that and I was like, that sounds very uncomfortable. But I could see it being useful because it is basically broadly applicable any time that occurs. So rather than like, oh, she needs to be wearing this type of dress in order for me to like, no, no, no. It's just like the fact that you made eye contact is the opener. So anyway, and it was funny. I was sitting there at the end of my GPTing session. I was about to leave. This other woman, well, I mean, there were multiple people and women that had walked by, but this other woman walked by and she was like kind of on her phone. And it was like almost the same situation. I like looked up just to like see the person walking by. And I was like, oh, she's kind of pretty. And she like held eye contact with me for like a little bit. And I was like, oh my God. Like at this point, life, like you're just testing. You're just, life is funny sometimes, you know? Life is funny sometimes. Anyway, I have to finish some work, send a report, and then I'm going to go to the gym. Despite my sleep being trash and my recovery at 40%, I just feel worse about not making strength training progress than, I don't know. I think my brain has just turned off. So anyway, signing off. See ya.